Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss data encoding and decoding with the help of some of the modulation techniques. So today our discussion topics are definition of encoding, definition of decoding, techniques under encoding. The different techniques under encoding are NRZ, NRZI, Manchester encoding, differential encoding. So let's move to the first slide. What is the definition of encoding? Actually, it is a process of converting one type of signals into another form, or can be simply defined as the data that will be converted into special type of characters or symbols depending upon the requirement. These specialized characters or symbols will be transferred in the channel or in the path while communication and data transfer between sender and receiver. It means that when the data is being sent from sender to the receiver, the data is being encoded. It means that data is being converted to the some of the coded format so that the intruder who is present in the channel or path, he or she can't be able to corrupt our data and destroy it. So it will be transferred to the receiver side. Further, what will happen? Receiver will again decode the data. It means that he will convert the data from decoded format to the original text according to the requirement. Thus, the second slide is about definition of decoding. Decoding means that reverse conversion of the specialized characters into the original text. This is the simple definition of decoding. It is always done at the receiver's end, as encoding is being done at the sender side and decoding is being done at the receiver's end. Now, we come across what are the benefit of encoding and decoding process. Data cannot be hampered or read by any of the intruder in the channel or intermediate path while communication. So this is the biggest advantage, that the intruder who is present in the channel or path or in the intermediate path, he or she or the device can't be able to corrupt our data. It will be fully transferred to the receiver's end. Thus, this is the benefit of encoding and decoding. So let's move to the next slide, working of encoding and decoding. So here in the diagram, we can easily understand when the message will be transferred from sender side. Let's say it is in the form of A, B and C. After encoding, it get converted into 0, 1, 2. It can be in the any kind of format. After that, what will happen? After crossing the channel in between 0, 1, 2, that is encoded format, it will be again converted to A, B, C. It means that coded format will be transferred to or converted to original form. That is called as, that process is called as decoding, and decoding is done at the receiver side and encoding is done at the sender side. So this is the very simplest working of encoding and decoding process. Now, what are the techniques under encoding? The first is NRZ. NRZ means that non return to zero. So let's understand this concept. First point is, it uses two levels of voltage. Now, what are these voltages? These are simple binary values, that is 0 and 1. As we usually read, 0 represents negative value and 1 will represent the positive value. Voltage will be returned to 0 during bit interval. So we can simply understand this concept with the help of the diagram here in this slide. When it will be 0, 0, it is down. When it will be 1, the wave is high. Then again 0, down. When the bit will be 1, 1, 1, it will be again high. And according to the 0 and 1, it will be high and low voltage. So this is represented by 0 and 1. So let's move to the next slide, that is NRZI. It stands for non-return to zero inverted. This is very common full form which is usually come in ugcnet exam or any other competitive exam. So how it works actually, the first point is here transmission from high to low and low to high represented by 1 and 0 values again. If there is no transmission, it will be represented by the value 0, and if it is a transmission from high to low or low to high, it will be represented by 1. So let's understand the diagram. If the bit is 1 or 0, it can be high or low. It means that it can be from low to high, it can be from high to low. If there is no transmission, it will be represented by 0 and there will be a continuing line. In the first bit, it is 1. So our signal is high. Then 0. It means that the line will be continued as it is. Then after 1, it means there will be a change in the wave. Again it is 1, again the wave will change, then it is 0, the line will continue as it is. So this is the simplest working of the NRZI, which is a very famous technique under encoding. So this was all about the slide. Next we are having some of the MCQs related to this video or this concept. The first question is, what is NRZI? And our options are non-return to Z index, second option non-return to zero inverted, non-reverse to zero index, non-reverse to zeroth inverted. So what is the correct answer for this particular question? The option number 2, non-return to zero inverted. So our second question is, decoding means. We have to define the decoding. The first option, converting original text to coded form. Second is converted coded form to original text. Third is to modify the original data. Fourth is to sum up the broken data into original form and send it in the communication path. So what is the answer? Option number 2, that is converting coded form to original text. This is the process of decoding. So what we have learnt about encoding, decoding, process of encoding and decoding, that is the working. After that we learned about two encoding techniques, that is NRZ and NRZI. Thank you so much.